saw some data around Shark Tank and the statistics around how many of the deals actually go through.
Yeah.
And Mark Cuban had the highest deal closure percentage at like 33%. So one out of every three. But everybody else was lower than
Not even
that. So I'm
that
like,
high.
wow.
Candace and I, yeah, our deal closed. I was her first Shark Tank
Okay.
deal ever. Like,
Oh
I,
my
I
gosh,
was
that is
her first.
amazing.
I was her first episode on the show, and I was her first baby.
Love it.
So I am very proud of that because one, um, like I get her undivided attention, which is
Yes. You're like,
amazing.
it's me again, your boo, your
Yeah,
bestie.
she has two more companies. She has two more companies now, but we meet every other Monday. And we're talking on texts and phone calls all the time. So she's
I
very
love it.
involved, which is great.
Good.
That's who I wanted, and that's exactly what I told myself before going in. I was like, I need someone who's going to be a mentor more than anything. Like
Right.
money is one thing, but I was like, I have no idea what I'm doing, so
Right.
I need a mentor, and
Right.
that's one thing that she said that actually made me choose her. Because again, I had no idea who this woman was when I walked in.
Right.
She even said, and it's like on camera, like she said, like I'm the type of like person that you could call anytime of day, anytime of night. Like I will be there for you. And as soon as she
Mm.
said those words, I was like
You're
locked
like,
in
yes.
with her, and I was like, how much you need? Like what
What do
can
you
I do to
need?
walk out of here? Because I was first of all, she had this power red suit on, so I was immediately like, something about her is it's giving.
Drawn. Yes.
Yeah.
It's giving, I know what I'm doing. It's
Yes.
giving boss. It's giving
Yes.
leadership.
And then afterwards, we went to the Grove because we shoot in LA. So me and my mom, we went to the Grove right after, and I went to the bookstore and I bought her book. And then once I read it, I realized I was like, oh, she started this from a passion, just like I did. She knows
Oh,
exactly what it
good.
is. And I also met her husband that day too. So, and he was really nice. He's kind of like the numbers brain, and she's the creative, fun branding brain, which is
Yay.
I get kind of like two sharks in one in a sense. So
Absolutely. That's what I want to hang out with the fun brain. Like the data brains are cool, but I
yeah,
need to be with the fun brains because that's I think
Charles.
as entrepreneurs, that's who we are. We're the creators, right? Like we're literally birthing these things and creating this stuff out of nothing. So that's our tribe. You know what I mean? For
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, it's been great, honestly. The past year working with her, we closed a deal like maybe like 2 months, 2 or 3 months after the show. Her, I mean, due diligence has to happen.
Of course.
So, but we signed. I mean, I think Shark Tank's trying to get better, and or maybe they always had this in place, but like they don't want to air deals like people until names are on the line now. So they were like reaching
Mm.
out to us all the time, like, has the paperwork been signed? Like, and then as soon I think we were like one of the first people to be like, hey, it's been signed, and that's how we kind of got the very first episode. Um,
Ah,
because we were like the premiere episode of season 15.
very cool. Okay, so they really want deals to close before they air you, preferably.
Yeah, preferably
Okay.
because
Right.
like you show things on TV and then everyone thinks that you have a deal, which is depressing. I don't know. I mean, there's like you could Google anyone, but there's one story in particular that like I've been trying to follow because I hope she ends up getting help somewhere. But she had a guest shark. I think it was like a hot sauce company, and I'm not exactly sure who the guest shark was, but
Right.
they never closed, and everyone thinks that she has the money because everyone thinks what they see on TV happened, which
Right. It's like bada bing, bada boom. You got your money. You should be doing
yeah,
great. Meanwhile, she's like, but I got $5. Like it's
yeah,
again
like
with the.
exactly. It's like we never signed, and like she still needs help, and so because I remember her posting online that she had to pull all her products from HEB, and I was like, oh, God, that's so sad. So
Oh no.
yeah, so it's like stories like that. But so I would say, I mean, most of the time there's like Shark Tank blogs and stuff like that, and their information is a little interesting because they also said I had a $3 million net worth before the deal had even closed online, and I was like, how does that even work?
You're like,
I was like, our show just aired. How do I have a $3 million net worth?
right.
I
You're
don't know where
like,
they're getting their information from, but these blogs they try to update you on like where the companies are, and it's really fun to go and Google yourself and see what people think is actually happening with your
oh, trust me. It's
yeah
so funny because I remember when we first started. We're googling. You couldn't find my name. You couldn't find our company name. Girl, bye now. Google has a whole, autobiography of everything, and I'm just like. It's a little scary though. What do
no
you feel like?
it
Is it
is
scary that you're Googleable? You're like, Google me. And literally,
yeah I'm like that's interesting that you think I have that much money. I was like that's crazy. No, I don't know.
I think it's just the reality. And you know what, Chris and Bill, we're not going to tell everybody like what the real reality is. So whatever y'all see on paper, that's for real. Like that's the truth.
Yeah,
Don't
sure.
even trip.
Believe
Don't
it.
even trip. We out here chilling in the millionaire lifestyle. What's up?
I know, right? I have my own personal like airline and yacht. Like, what are you talking about?
And I have a pink jet that says Couche. It's great.
Yeah, yeah.